Yes, Mahib. This is the first slide.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there are three types of tenses: present, past, and future, and each one of them is divided into four the categories: indefinite or simple, which is the simplest form of a tense; then continuous, which tells us about something that is going on at a particular time; and perfect, which tells us that something that happened just when another action has started; and perfect continuous, which means that in the past something was happening. Yes, ma'am. Then the first one is present indefinite or simple present tense. So simple present tense is used to express anything that is actually happening now, like here comes Ashok, or see how it rains. Then it is also used to express a habitual action, which means that someone has a habit, which is an action which is done every day or regularly, like monkeys eat bananas and we take exercise daily. Then it is also used to express a universal truth, which means that something which cannot be changed, which is a sole truth, like the earth moves around the sun. This sentence cannot be changed. And ma'am, it is also used to express something which is going to happen in the future, like he flies to England on Monday, or the school reopens on 2nd July. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. May I start?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The first one is simple present tense. So it is used to express something which is actually happening right now, like see how it rains, or here comes Ashok. Then, ma'am, it is used to express a habitual action, which means that some action that is done regularly or daily, like monkeys eat bananas, which means that it's their habit, and we take exercise daily, which is a repeated action. And it is also used to express a universal truth, which means that something which cannot be changed. The earth moves around the sun, when this is a sole truth. So present tense is also used to express this. And at last, it is future action can also be expressed using simple present, like the college reopens on July 2nd, or she flies to England on Monday.
Right, Mahir. Thank you, Bete. Well explained. 2 points I have already mentioned here. That is to express a actual action, which is our habit. Then to express universal truth. As we know that universal truths are always presented in simple present tense. The 2 points which you have told, that to express any future action also we use simple present tense. As we say that the school reopens on 26th July or any day. Then it is also used to express anything which is going on. Here comes the right, right? These examples are also added and are also, these are the situations and conditions where we also use present indefinite tense. And what is the rule? So rule to write simple present tense is subject plus first form of verb, S or ES plus object. This is for affirmative sentences. Affirmative means positive. Now, why I have written here he, she, it? Because in this tense, the rule or the use of verb will vary according to the subject. If our subject is singular, then we use S or ES with first form of verb. For example, he plays football. Now he is singular. Play is the root verb and we have used S with it, right? So he plays football. Now, if I talk about plural subject, where subject is I, we, you, they, then it is only first form of verb plus object. We don't use S or ES with the first form of the verb, right? So example in front of you is they play football. Rohan and Sandeep watch television. In this example, subject is Rohan and Sandeep. Means we are talking about two people. Clear? Yes. Who will explain this slide? Let me see who has raised hand. Okay, I'll ask Nishka.
For negative, in the negative present tense, when it is singular, we use the subject and do or does not. No, only does not, and V1 and object. For example, he does not play football. Ma'am, here he is singular, so we have used does. If the subject is plural, then we will use do and not for the negative sentence. Ma'am, and in the plural, we use do not. If example, they do not play football. Ma'am, they is a plural, so we have used do.
Okay, Nishka, he, she, it comes under singular subject or plural subject?
Ma'am, singular.
Singular. And what are plural subjects we consider?
Ma'am, they, them.
They, them is an objective case, subjective case. They, I, we, they, you. Right? It will be I, we, they, you. And one mistake which the students commit is that they use S or ES with the verb again. Make sure when we have used does not or do not, we will not add S or ES with the verb. If you write he does not plays football, then that sentence will be wrong because we have used does, so we will use only play. We will not add S or ES with verb. Right? Thank you, Nishka. Anji, next, how to make interrogative. Tanishka. Tanishka, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Interrogative sentences. For singular sentences, does plus subject plus verb plus object. For example, does he play football? Does it rain heavily in August? So, for the plural sentences, do plus subject plus verb's first form plus object. For example, do they play football? Do Rohan and Sandeep watch television?
Nishka, in this sentence, why have we used do? What is our subject?
For the first sentence, our subject is the third form.
Subject is third form. Beta. In this sentence, do Rohan and Sandeep watch television? Which is our subject?
Do Rohan and Sandeep.
Beta, do will be added in the subject. Do हमारा
No,
subject.
Rohan and Sandeep.
Right. Our subject is Rohan and Sandeep. We are talking about two people. That is why we have used do. Right. Here in the first example, he is singular subject. That is why we have used does. So whenever we want to make interrogative, what we do is we use do or does before the subject. So this is how we frame the sentences, interrogative sentences in simple present tense. Does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. Clear? Okay. Next comes present continuous tense. Let me see who has raised hand to explain this. Yes, Jannat. Jannat, unmute yourself, Pite.
Present continuous tense is used to express an action which is going on at the moment. Like I am writing a letter, but it means that the person is writing a letter at the same time which is going on. It is raining heavily. It is raining heavily means it is raining at the same time, or action is going on in the moment. Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Now is it?
Yes, ma'am. And the third example is children are playing in the garden, which means children are playing now, and the action is going on of the playing.
Can you give me some more examples?
More examples can be that uh, the school is going on, means the school is open, and the children are we can take any other example like I am driving a car, which means I am driving a car at the same time uh, the action is going on.
You could have added, I am explaining present continuous tense. The action is still going on. Right,
Yes,
Jannat?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We are attending our English class. The action is going on,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Anji, so let us discuss the rules once, how to frame, how to write sentence, present continuous, in a present continuous tense. If I talk about affirmative sentences, then it is subject plus is MR, first form of verb, ing plus object. Now, is MR, use of is MR will depend upon the subject. If our subject is singular, then we will write is. If our subject is plural, then we will write are. And if we are using I as a subject, then it will be am. So write is the first form of verb. We have added ing with it, right? And object is a letter. Now the mistake which the students commit, that they add ing with the second form of the verb, right? Many times students say that I was tolding this. This is wrong, beta. I was telling this. Never use ing with second form of verb. Ing is always used with the first form of verb. And helping verb is and are, they will depend upon the subject. Mara subject kya hai, right? So next is negative sentences. As the name itself suggests, negative hai, not add karna hai humne. So how will we frame the sentence? Subject plus is not, am not, are not. Again, use of helping verb is, am, are will depend upon our subject. If our subject is singular, then it will be is. If our subject is plural, then it will be are. And if our subject is I, then it will be am. Again, first form of verb, and as it is continuous tense, it will be ing with the form of verb. Now, how to frame interrogative? Very simple. We have to just pick a helping verb, जो भी sentence में given है, we have to place that before the subject. Is, am, are plus subject plus main verb. This is the main verb plus ing plus object. Make sure to put question mark in interrogative sentences. Is she writing a letter? Am I cooking food? Are they singing songs? Right? I hope this is clear. Next, coming to present perfect tense. Yes, present perfect tense. This is Jannat, Mahib, Nishka. Arshdi, yes, bete.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, present perfect tense is used to express an action that has been completed recently. Now, ma'am, we can see that example, that is, I have just received a message, which means that the action has been expressed that is completed recently. And next we gonna check he has completed his work, which is used to express an action which tells that he has completed his work recently. And the third one is Mohan and Sita have left for station. It also tells that the action has been expressed and which is being completed recently.
Which is being completed. And moreover, Arshdeep, you used a word vana, right? So this is a slang language. Informally, that is good if you're talking in slang, but formally in writing also, we don't use slang language, right? I want to will be the correct answer,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
right? And very good. Present perfect tense is used to express an action that has been completed recently. Abhi abhi complete hua hai. If I give you an example, when your teachers are teaching you something in the class, right, and they have given you something to write, very common sentence which you say is, ma'am, I have done, right? So means आपने अभी अभी वो action complete किया है. I have done. Every student says this in the class. So this is present perfect tense. Now what is the rule? Again, for affirmative sentences, subject plus has plus third form of verb plus object. Subject, has, V3, object. And for plural, the helping verb will be have. Clear? Subject plus have, V3, and plural. Has, have will depend, the use of helping verb has, have will depend upon the subject. If it is singular, then it will be has. If it is plural, then it will be have. And which form of verb will be used? V3, third form of the verb. Now again, when we have to negative of this, it is very simple. We have to add what only. That is subject plus has not plus third form of verb and object. And for plural, it is again not. The helping verb will be have. I hope the sentences are clear to you. She has not won the match. Rama has not solved all the sums. And they have not won the match. Rama and Riya have not solved all the sums. Now, in these examples, if you notice, in first two examples, the subject is singular, so we have used has. But in next two examples, they and Rama and Riya are the subjects, so we have used have. Right? Now, coming to interrogative, how to make interrogative of it? Again, very simple. We just pick helping verb, place it before the subject, then third form of the verb, that, and then object. Has he won the match? Has Rama solved all the sums? Again, have will be used when we have plural subject. Right? Now coming to present perfect continuous, the last type of present tense. Again, I can see only 3 hands raised. Abhinandan, unmute yourself. Abhinandan, unmute yourself and explain.
Ma'am, present perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that began in the past and is still going on.
करिए फिर explain करिए.
Ma'am, like I have started. Ma'am, present perfect continuous tense is a tense which is used to express an action that began in the past and is still going on. Like you have started a class at 8:15 and it is still going on. And the more sentences like I have started my work 2 hours ago and I am doing it.
Yes, so a good example that I started class at 8:15 and it is still going on. That action began in past. So आप इसको कैसे the example which you can give is, we have been attending classes since 8:15. Right? आपकी classes till 11:15 तक होती हैं, तो तब भी चलती हैं, right? So इसका rule क्या है? इसमें आपको जो point याद रखनी है, that is since and for, use of since and for. Rule is subject plus have been, first form of verb, ing and object, right? Subject, as the name is perfect continuous, so हमने क्या किया? Perfect में से have and continuous में से first form of verb plus ing. This is just a simple rule to remember it. So subject plus have been, first form of verb, ing plus object. Again, use of yes, helping verb will depend upon the singular or plural subject. right? Again, subject is singular, then we will use has. If our subject is plural, then we will use have as helping verb, and it will be been plus first form of verb ing plus object. Here, what you need to keep in mind is use of since and for. Now, since is used with point of time and for is used for period of time. जब हमारे पास पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम है 5 बजे 6 बजे, दैट इज पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, तो सिंस आ जाएगा. फॉर इज जब हमारे पास पीरियड ऑफ टाइम है, फॉर 2 आवर्स, फॉर 3 आवर्स, फॉर अ वीक, राइट. नेक्स्ट इज when we want to make negative, again we just have to add not with it. Subject plus has not, been plus ing, object, and again plural के साथ हम have use करेंगे. And when I talk about interrogative, again we will just pick up the helping verb, place it before the subject, and rest of the rule remains the same. Again, important point is to keep in mind the use of since and for. Since is used for the point of time and for is used for period of time. So I hope this present tense is clear to you all. We have discussed present simple present tense, right? Present continuous tense. This is simple present tense. Then we have discussed present continuous tense. This is the rule for present continuous tense. Then we used present perfect tense, rule for present perfect tense. And then the last kind is present perfect continuous. And this is the rule, right? In present perfect, use of since and for is to be taken care of. I hope this is clear to you all.